In the heart of a vast forest, there was a magical place called Whispering Woods. It was home to all kinds of animals, big and small. But among them lived a very special little owl named Oliver. Unlike most owls who were known for their wisdom and bravery, Oliver was small, timid, and afraid of almost everything. While other owls soared high above the treetops, Oliver preferred to stay in his cozy nest, avoiding anything that seemed remotely scary. Oliver's friends often tried to encourage him. "You're an owl, Oliver. You're supposed to be brave and wise," chirped Sammy the sparrow. But Oliver would just fluff up his feathers and mutter, "I'll be brave tomorrow." One sunny morning, the forest animals gathered around the great oak tree for an important meeting. The wise fox, the leader of Whispering Woods, had alarming news. "A fierce storm is heading our way tonight," he announced. "We need to gather food and prepare shelter for everyone, especially the smaller animals." All the animals sprang into action, working together to prepare for the storm. Oliver, however, felt a knot of fear tighten in his chest. "A storm? That sounds dangerous," he thought. So, he quietly slipped away to his nest, hoping no one would notice. As the day went on, the wind began to howl, and dark clouds rolled in. By nightfall, the storm had arrived. The rain poured, thunder roared, and lightning lit up the sky. All the animals huddled together safely in their shelters, grateful for their teamwork. But as Oliver peeked out of his nest, he saw something that made his heart race. Just below the great oak tree, a group of baby rabbits was stranded in the rain. Their mother had gone to fetch food and hadn't returned. The little rabbits were shivering, soaked, and scared. "Oh no," whispered Oliver. "Someone has to help them." He looked around, hoping to see another animal nearby, but no one was there. The forest was eerily quiet except for the raging storm. Oliver gulped. "I guess it has to be me." Summoning all the courage he could muster, Oliver spread his tiny wings and took off into the storm. The wind pushed him back, the rain stung his eyes, and the thunder made his feathers tremble. But Oliver kept going. "I can do this. They need me," he told himself. When he reached the baby rabbits, they looked up at him with wide, frightened eyes. "Don't worry," said Oliver, trying to sound braver than he felt. "I'll take you to safety." One by one, Oliver gently lifted the baby rabbits onto his back. It was a tricky task for such a small owl, but he didn't give up. Battling the wind and rain, he carried them to the shelter under the great oak tree, where the other animals gasped in surprise. "Oliver? You did this?" asked Sammy the sparrow, his beak wide open in amazement. Oliver nodded, his feathers dripping with rain but his heart glowing with pride. "They needed help. I couldn't just sit and watch." The wise fox stepped forward, his golden eyes gleaming. "You were brave, Oliver. You've shown us all that courage isn't about being the biggest or strongest. It's about doing what's right, even when you're scared." From that day on, Oliver became a hero in Whispering Woods. The other animals no longer saw him as the timid little owl who stayed in his nest. Instead, they saw him as Oliver, the brave little owl who saved the baby rabbits during the fiercest storm the forest had ever seen. And as for Oliver? He still felt scared sometimes, like when the wind howled too loudly or when shadows danced in the moonlight. But now, he knew something important: being brave doesn't mean you're never afraid. It means you face your fears and do what needs to be done, no matter what. And so, Oliver soared through the forest each night, his heart full of courage and his eyes wide with wonder, ready to